What's going on YouTube? It's your boy BabyFNelson back with another build video for you guys. I don't know if you guys have been enjoying Outriders as much as I have, but it is absolutely phenomenal, and I am out here representing for y'all already should know Team Devastator. And so people have been asking me to put out a build video on the build I use. I am top tree Vanquisher, so today's video is going to be about exactly what I have and what I'm using: weapons, gear, skill tree, class, the whole nine. So let's get into it right now and let's check out my Devastator build. Let's get it. Alright guys, so here's basically my Devastator build right now. I'm getting into the meat and potatoes of it. I know my previous build I did was more of a leveling build, which you can see linked down below, or you can see it in some of my video feeds where you can check out my other build, which is more of a life leeching. This build is all about DPS, okay? This is my in-game build where I'm trying to chase as much DPS on one of the most underpowered and underrated classes out there, which is Devastator, in my opinion. Fingers crossed for future buffs possibly, but before we speculate and talk through all that, let's talk about the build itself. I'm gonna start off by looking at the actual class itself so you can see exactly where my points are distributed whenever I say I'm top tree Vanquisher. These are basically all of the things in which I thought were going to be and of course with help from chat too and other people playing this tree as well. This is what everyone seems to see in consensus of what will be good on a top tree Vanquisher. Of course, going into weapon damage, increasing your shotgun damage. I use a shotty on this build that is pretty much what I'm going after. You've got shotgun master, which is going to increase your weapon damage. It's also going to increase the weapon drop chance. For pump action and automatic shotguns, I will tell you right now, automatic shotguns are definitely the way for ad clear, but pump actions are very, very, very strong with single shots and damage. But I would highly recommend pump shotties for all Vanquishers, honestly. So that's pretty much where we're going. We're getting shotgun damage, weapon damage, shotgun damage. Assault weapon damage here. Up here, you've got also protection. You're going to get increased weapon damage for 45 seconds whenever you are in golem standpoint. So when you use protection skills like golem, you're going to get 45% damage extra. Of course, these are more of the talents you're getting here. All the stuff increasing your weapon damage. You got assault master too as well. So your assault weapons, that's going to be your assault rifles, light machine guns, submachine guns, double guns. All those things are going to get a boost on this build as well. So that's a good alternative. I usually run a SMG or a assault rifle as a backup. I like SMGs a lot since I'm already up close. SMGs are a really good one, especially ones with like Brain Eater and stuff like that, that you're able to, you know, start hitting those crits right away and just put out sustained upfront DPS, and those with leeching too as well. So that weapon leech you want to look at too as well to try to heal yourself when you run this build, because you're most focusing on damage, right? But I'm also going to show you a cool way how to heal yourself really well on this build, even though you're not speccing necessarily into a tree that gives you a lot of self-healing. The most of your self-healing and leeching will come from skills and from weapon damage. I'll show you what I mean. Moving on, more things for close range damage here, and then of course you got Bounty Hunter, increased damage to elites, and elites deal 15% less damage to you, which is huge. You've also got reload speed. You've got also stock pallets increasing your magazine side. You've got enemies who damage you will have their physical damage reduced by 10% for 5 seconds. This effect is doubled if you damage the enemy as well. So this is great for boss tanking. So when you're in front of a boss, he hits you, you hit him, you're gonna automatically get a 20% reduction in damage you take in, which is awesome. And then the last one, kinetic skip. On kinetic skill end, whenever you end a kinetic skill, you're going to get an increased weapon damage of 70% for 10 seconds. So this is kind of my rotation I like to do, is I like to use the leap to start the engagement. That's 70% right off bat. Then I turn around and I pop my golem, which gives me another 45%. So that's 115% extra weapon damage right off a rip, just jumping into a battle. So those two together pair really nicely for extra damage. So this is my top tree as far as the class is concerned. Here's the skills I run. I run Trimmer, which as you can see creates explosion around you. It also does damage as well as heals. The Golem gives you fortifying yourself, reducing all incoming damage for 65%. And then you also run Gravity Leap, which is the leap that I was talking about that I slam in first with, and then I hit my Golem thereafter. So now let's talk about the weapons and gear that makes it all work. I'm gonna try to keep this as smooth and as short and sweet as possible, but I want to also give you as much knowledge as I can. On the headpiece first, I'm looking at mostly running bonus firepower, close range damage, and healing received, or skill leeching, or weapon leeching on all of my gear that I'm running. This is what I'm looking for, or I'm sorry, skill leeching, skill life leeching, or anything that I could run right that's going to leech damage, leech from actually using them. So bonus firepower, healing received, close range. Kingslayer, I was able to get lucky with this talent. As you can see, this increases the damage towards elites. I also run Emergency Golem. Emergency Golem is really nice. If you have the talent, basically giving you a free golem protection if your health gets below 30%. It's another way for us to stay alive when we're so close to so many enemies. I run also Human Fortress. Human Fortress is how you're going to stay alive. So this is the survivability part of it. Human Fortress, whenever you pop Tremor, you're going to be receiving 1,152 in health regeneration and 47k armor on top of that while the skill is active. So you become even tankier. So if you're taking a lot of damage, Emergency Golem's already popped, hit your Tremor, you're going to get even tankier and just start sucking back your life really quickly. So it's a good one to have. Also running Buckshot for 10% extra shotgun damage. Also running Life Absorption, so you're getting that 15% extra heal damage, 15% extra heal, and from the damage you deal. And if the target dies, you're gonna get that extra 30% too as well. So that's even more heals on top of your gravity leap, making you even more healing a lot more. Damage Absorber, of course, giving you that extra armor for the extra armor resistance. Also run Personal Space. This one's really good because it boosts not only your shotgun damage, but also your basically any weapon that's within close that's in that close range. As far as will give you that boost as well. So this is really good for you. And last but not least, crit stack. Barrel roll is just there because unfortunately I didn't have anything else. It's not fully optimized yet, but it's getting there. Just want to give you guys this build as what I'm doing now. So this right here, crit stacks will add up to 7,723 firepower, stacks up to 5 times. So that's another like 38,000 firepower on top of that. Everything towards making this guy hit like a truck, right? The gun that really makes this build work so well, in which I'll show a screenshot of some of the damages I've been able to do. I'll show them right here. And hopefully you can see some of the damages and things that I've been able to do when pulling off this build. And then just to go back to the shotgun, you can see here, this is what I'm using that makes this really good too. Moaning Winds and Killing Spree. Moaning Winds, when reloading my weapon, does 250k to all enemies around 8 meters around me. And then Killing Spree is going to stack my damage by 25% for 20 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. So that's 75% bonus damage for 20 seconds after I kill 3 things. So you add up all those stacks, and that's where the damage is coming from in this build. That's putting out phenomenal numbers, but can still get stronger. But it is getting really, really, really strong. And it's not at, you know, blighted rounds or twisted rounds or volcanic rounds just yet, but I believe when adding in the legendary set, which is my next part, which is the statue set, which if you can see, its set bonus is using either Tremor or Golem, increases firepower by 100% and weapon leech by 100% for you and all your teammates. Not only is it going to make you as the Devastator do incredible amount more of damage, it's also going to boost your team's damage, which is going to make Devastators, I believe, way more advantageous to run with in game. So I believe there's things we can do as Devastators in game that can make us stop getting booted from in-game activities and actually make ourselves more viable for in-game content. So you think about it, if you got people running around doing 400 million damage, 500 million damage, wouldn't they like to do 1 billion damage? Right? If there was that much damage that they needed to do. But you know what I mean, right? So that's where we get, we become that central part that makes it really worth for us to be on the squad even more so. So that is pretty much my layout of my build, kind of what I have here. The main gun is whatever you kind of want it to be. I mean, not the main gun, but the backup gun, like assault rifle, SMG, whatever you want to throw in there. Play around with the shotties you like. I like the Anemoy because it's an automatic shotty. I also have the Bulwark. The one problem that shotties have right now is reserve ammo. I will go ahead and give you that disclaimer right now. You're looking at with this build, since it does increase your clip size on a shotgun like this, you're gonna have, I believe, 30 in the clip, 20 or 30 in the clip, and it only gives you 2 more mags. So you got 30 in the clip and then 60 in reserves. And at the rate that this gun shoots at 462 RPM, you spend that ammo so quickly. So one thing I do think Outriders needs to do immediately is look into the ammo reserves for guns like pump shotguns, because everything else seems to have a pretty decent reserve, right? But we are really slacking when it comes to shotgun reserves, so they need to work on that ASAP. Sidearm, same thing, whatever you kind of want, just throw it in there. But that's pretty much my current Vanquisher build right now. I'm still grinding on it. I will be putting updates to this build up there, especially as we acquire more of the statue gear and we get the build primed more towards what we want to see out of it, and I will definitely be giving updates to it. So that's my video for right now, guys. You can also check me out and come hang out with Team Devastator here on Twitch. So that's twitch.tv/BabyFNelson. I'm pretty much live every other night, if not every night. Please come on through. Don't forget to subscribe, and also like and turn on those bell notifications to be notified when new videos come out. It's been my pleasure doing this video for you, and as always, be easy, never sleazy. We out. Salute.